Everyone, Shaquette Bartali here, ladies and gentlemen. Time to talk about the NFL, the Carolina Panthers in general. Ladies and gentlemen, today it's Monday, NFL tampering start. If you don't know, this is the time where teams can talk to free agent, can talk trade, but more importantly, teams can talk to free agent. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the official signings is on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. That is when the new NFL League get underway. So, with regard to the Carolina Panthers, of this recording 7:28 p.m. March 13, 2023, Carolina Panthers have made two signings so far today. Signings, but not officially, because players, the teams, have until Wednesday at 4 o'clock to agree to the deal or no deal. So, Carolina Panthers have signed defensive tackle, or I should say, supposedly agreed to a deal with defensive tackle Shy Tuttle. Hopefully, I pronounce his last name correctly. If I'm not, please let me know. So, Shy Tuttle from the New Orleans Saints agree to a deal with the Carolina Panthers. He's a defensive tackle. He's from North Carolina. Also, the Carolina Panthers agreed to a deal with former Cincinnati Bengals safety Von Bell. Was originally drafted by the New Orleans Saints. He is 28 years old. So now, two moves on the book for the Carolina Panthers. They have other moves that they need to make, ladies and gentlemen, including bringing back center Bradley Bozeman, who has not only played pretty well on the field when he started for the Carolina Panthers, but also and additionally, and this is very important, ladies and gentlemen, he and his wife, Nikki, are two outstanding people off the field. They do a lot. They've done a lot in the Charlotte community, helping the needy. So definitely, it's a must. The Carolina Panthers bring back Bradley Bozeman. Also, Carolina Panthers have to address the wide receiver position as well as the running back position, cornerback, and tight end. So even though the other day the Carolina Panthers have traded for the number one overall pick in the upcoming draft, make no mistake about it, they have other needs that they need to address. Wide receiver, two guys who I would like the Carolina Panthers to go after. I'm not sure if they will or won't. One of them is Nicole Arden, who in my opinion is very underrated. He's a very underrated wide receiver, but he's also a very good wide receiver. He's a speedster. Played for the Kansas City Chiefs, originally out of Georgia. And another wide receiver whom the Carolina Panthers should sign if the price is right is Odell Beckham Jr., who of course was drafted out of LSU. Now, Beckham Jr. is a pretty good wide receiver, but he also has character, personality off the field, not necessarily bad one, but something that, depending on your locker room, it could be accepted or it could be a problem. But on the field, when he's healthy, he is truly a number one wideout. So if the Carolina Panthers can sign Beckman Jr., Odell Beckman Jr., and Nicole Arden, combined with already having Terrace Marshall Jr. and Shai Smith and LaVisca Chenault, so there was already going to be foundational in place. And then you're looking at the draft, and maybe with the 39 pick. Maybe you can draft David Flowers out of Boston College or Josh Downs. Someone like that could really help the team speed still and can stretch the field. Then you look at it at tight end, which the guy who I really want the Carolina Panthers to sign, I'm not sure if they will or won't, is Mike Genstinski, formerly of the Miami Dolphins. The pretty good tight end. They should definitely go after him if the price is right. If not, then you can always draft in the draft a tight end in the draft. A couple of pretty good tight end. There's the tight end from Georgia. There's the tight end from Notre Dame, Michael Myers. There is the tight end from Oregon. So there's multiple route you can go. You can go in that route. Then the cornerback position. At the moment, the starting cornerback for the Carolina Panthers, when healthy, Dante Jackson, J.C. Owen, C.J. Anderson, Keith Taylor. Out of these four cornerbacks, the one who I can say here and sit here and telling you, ladies and gentlemen, is a shutdown cornerback is J.C. Owen. Dante Jackson, in my opinion, is not a number one cornerback, but is more suitable to be a number two cornerback, which is nothing bad about that. But then following that, you really don't want to talk about C.J. Anderson or Keith Taylor. I have nothing nice to say about them, so I'm not going to mention their names anymore. But you get the point. Carolina Panthers desperately need to find a third and a fourth cornerback. I understand it's not your number one list when you need to bring back Bradley Bozeman and you need to decide, are you going to pay Devonta Foreman, bring him back, or maybe you will go after Jamal Williams or James Robinson, two free agent running back. But you do need to address that positions. Then quarterback. You know the Carolina Panthers are going to draft a quarterback with the number one overall pick in the upcoming draft, unless, which I put it at less than 1%, but unless they decide to sign Lamar Jackson to an offer sheet, then give the Baltimore Ravens 3 days to see if they're going to match it or not. Let's say the Ravens don't match it. The Ravens get the number one overall pick. Carolina get Lamar Jackson. Will it happen? Absolutely not. So we know the Carolina Panthers are going to draft a quarterback with the number one overall pick. Maybe they will trade down to number two pick with the Texans. Or maybe they will even trade even more down to as low as number four with the Colts. Depending on whom the Carolina Panthers are seriously considering for the number one overall pick. My opinion right now, from what I'm hearing, I believe they are interested in C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, then in the fourth list, Will Levis. But that is subject to change, ladies and gentlemen. Truly is. But the point is, the Carolina Panthers need to find a bridge starting quarterback who can start, let's say, 7 to 8 games until your rookie quarterback is ready. We know that they're not going to bring back Sam Darnold because he signed with the 49ers 2 hours ago for a 1-year deal, agreed to a 1-year deal. So we know Darnold is off the market. On the market, you have Jacoby Brissett, who is very familiar with Frank Reich. You have Tyler Aniki, pretty good backup quarterback, can start for you as a bridge type of a quarterback. You have Carson Wentz, so you don't want to consider him in Carolina, considering M not playing well last season for the Commanders. You have Baker Mayfield, who I don't believe he will be signed by the Carolina Panthers, even though it's a new coaching staff. I just don't believe it will be a candidate in Carolina. You have some of the much older veterans quarterback who could potentially still start for you for a few games here or there, but definitely not more than 3 to 5 games. I'm talking about Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco. So those are the quarterbacks. Lineback, Carolina Panthers will move Jeremy Chain to lineback now that they're going to sign Van Bell. So, like I stated, it's so important the Carolina Panthers bring back Bradley Bozeman. It's important that they address the running back position and quarterback, tight end, wide out, and quarterback. And now, I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, some might say, Shakets, those are so many needs. But here's the deal. It's not just free agency. You can address some of those needs in the draft. So it's not as bad as anyone or everyone think out there. It's really not. So it's on the Carolina Panthers. There were a couple of other moves made today which caught my eyes, and I think they're pretty good moves. Atlanta Falcons signed David Ademeyer from the Saints, also Jesse Bates, two pretty good defensive players. The 49ers, the rich got richer. They signed John Algrove. Pretty good signing for the 49ers. The Raiders signed Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo. Niners signed Sam Darnold. Yesterday we had a trade. Well, the Miami Dolphins acquired All-Pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey, pardon me. Third round pick, and for tight end Hunter Long. Yes, this move we also had the Bears signing TJ Edward, linebacker from the Buffalo Bills. So pretty good days overall. Some surprising moves, some not. I'm curious to see what Carolina Panthers will do moving forward. And I might have a video coming up tomorrow. So keep an eye on my channel, keep an eye on my Twitter feed, Sports Guy Show, for potentially new video coming up, especially if it warranted by the Carolina Panthers. So with that, Shaked Bartal is signing off.